Hey everyone, how y'all doing? And welcome back to another video. So, yeah, we got double charm. I actually, I was in the 2600s and I got into the 2900s with this team. The first day of Great League Remix, I was seeing so many primates, so many Pangolls, so many teams that were ABA weak to charm. Or double weak in the back, like a lot of Sucker Punch uses, like a lot of Moltres, for example. I thought this team made sense. Now, I know everyone isn't the biggest fan of Double Charm or like Double Razor Leaf or whatever. I get it. But, if it works for you, it works for you. I've never been the biggest fan because I've never thought they were consistent. But this team just worked for me. Now, I will tell you, as I got higher, I'm at 2968 now with this team. But I have been seeing a lot of double poison, double steal as I climbed. So I don't think I'm going to make a legend push with this team. I think I'm going to use a different team to try and get over to legend. But yeah, this season has been rough. Obviously, you all know I lost my mom. And it's just been very difficult for me. That's unrelated to Go Battle League, I guess. But like, life has just been very difficult for me and everything like that. So I just trying to get to legend and everything. The content obviously hasn't been as active or things like that. I'll probably use this format if I continue with Go Battle League on the YouTube channel, but the videos probably won't come out as often. But I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into it. We have longer videos. Let me know if you like this format. I'm eating my lunch. I have tuna here, so I hope you don't mind. But we'll jump in and discuss the battles. It's straightforward, right? Obviously, this is not a good lead, but the backline loves Pangol. So you'll get at least one charm through. We got two charms through in that scenario, which is great. Dust Noah is interesting. Yeah, so we're going to debuff it. And obviously, we do want to win Switch. But I don't know if I fight for Switch here. Let's find out. Because the way I've been playing the team is I want to save the shields for Shadow Gramble. So we got a shield from them, and we're just going to save it for Shadow Gramble. And I think I go for the quick attack down, even though it's double resisted. I think I just take these attacks, like, they don't make another one. I thought they were going to. But here's the thing. Pangol has to shield. Otherwise, it goes down. And if it shields, that's fine because we have Gramble in the back. So they switch out immediately. But we have two shields. And we're just going to be able to shield and farm down. And then farm down the Pangol. So we're going to be able to win this one. Yeah, that's your strategy. I mean, obviously, you all know Double Charm. So that's your strategy. Save it for Shadow Gramble. Gramble obviously needs shields. And we farm down the Pangol and take that win. Good game to my opponent. Okay. So, these side wave users get to the move so fast. Dynamic Punch comes up so fast. Ariados comes in. I saw a couple Ariados. Not the most common Pokemon, but obviously, backline doesn't really appreciate it. Although, Dash Bun, even without, the double charm strategy or whatever, Dash Bun is still a really good Pokemon. I feel like in this meta. Psychic Fang's charm, it's bulky. If you don't want to do double charm, I know Housestuck hit legend with the same team, but instead of Gramble, he had Clefable, so it was still a double fairy team. It wasn't double charm. So you could do something like that. You could do the Diggersby, Dashbud, and then like Claydol. I know Claydol has been really common. I've seen that a lot. I think Claydol is good, really, really good. Okay, good tuna. I haven't had tuna in a while. I hope you don't mind that I'm eating. I'm actually recording this before the Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day that I'm hosting because I'm a community ambassador. I am hosting it. The other guy is like out of town, so I'm hosting it today. Cacturn comes in and we farm it all the way down. Love to see it. And that's obviously generally how it goes. Again, I'm going to be honest with you. I understand later on you'll see like double steel teams, double poison teams where there's nothing I could do. They're countering the fairies, which makes sense. But what I will say is I haven't battled a double fairy team. And if I did, it was like Tinkaton and Dashbun. But I don't even think I've seen a Dashbun. I did see a lot of Tinkatons. But I don't even think I saw a Dashbun. There's a Tinkaton right now. So, yeah, I mean, I understand countering the fairies, but other people must have been seeing a lot of them. But aside from me using it, I haven't seen it. Okay, so they had the play rough, which means they have Bulldoze. I've been seeing more Heavy Slam Tinkatons, but Bulldoze is obviously an option too. But yeah, I'm not gonna have another video of Double Charm. I don't know. As I said, I've never been a fan of these, just because I feel like it's inconsistent. But just like I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, many years ago, and there were cards where you could win on turn 1 without your opponent even getting a turn, but they were inconsistent as well. So I was never a fan of them, and I never ran them. I may have had a deck of them to just try them, but like outside of tournaments, but like in tournaments I never ran those because they were inconsistent. But they were annoying, obviously, to battle against too, because you could lose in turn 1, right? But yeah, they ended up banning some of those cards just so you don't get because like they would ban a card so the combo just like flops. You get it. They could be into Dust Noir. Okay, interesting. Even from a non-shadow, I'm telling you right now, those dynamic punches hit like an absolute truck. Like 2 of them almost 2-shot. But you do double resist the, what is it? I tried to catch a dynamic punch. I was not successful. Here comes Corviknight. Obviously not good. We know Iron Head's coming, but like, we're just going to let it go. I mean, that's not going to KO. Dustbun is tanky. I think Dustbun, again, even if you're not running Double Charm, I still think Dustbun is actually really good. Diggersby and Dustbun, I think, are really good together. But you don't need to run Granbull if you don't want to. But because later on, as I was making my Legend push, I was seeing the Double Poison, Double Steel teams, whatever. Maybe the Fairy might be best kept in the lead if you encounter those teams. But like the Double Poison, for example, they're doing it specifically for the Double Fairies if they're battling that a lot. I totally get that. But I will say Claydol is so common. I've seen it a lot. They actually bait there, which is great for me. But yeah, Claydol I see a lot. Obviously the Double Poison, he's not going to appreciate that. But yeah, so it was like Tentacruel and Toxapex. I think it's in this video. Again, the strategy generally is to save the shields for Granbull. And when, I think when I end up shielding to flip switch with Dustbun, I think it's generally not a great idea. It really depends. You want the shields for the Shadow Granbull. Corviknight coming in. Gonna go ahead and shield this one. Obviously it's going to be Iron Head. I was hoping I could charm it down before they get to another move. Come on! No, I cannot do it. But I still have another shield. So I'm gonna go ahead and shield that. And that's gonna be Iron Head. That's fine. Primeape coming in. And, I remember saying in chat, I was like, well, if it's Primeape, we could win. And it was Primeape. I swear I actually said that in chat. It was hilarious. And it actually happened. I didn't actually expect it to be Primeape. I thought I was going to lose, but we'll take that one. Alright, Diggersby into Pidgeot. I've seen a lot of Pidgeot, by the way. Pidgeot with Air Cutter is so good. Okay. So, Dustbun can take an Air Cut. It's not the strongest move in the game. Ferret comes in. We do, like, the Fairy types do resist the Sucker Punch damage. But they wanted to get damage on me so they could win this matchup. I'm not going to shield this. Even if I double shield, I still don't think I win the matchup. And I can't leave Granbull without any shields. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Flipping Switch is not worth it because at the end of the day, Diggersby against Pidgeot isn't even that bad, right? Especially with all the charm damage it took. So we just go Fire Punch against that. We just wanted to lure out the possible answer to charm users. Or fairy types in general. So I do get it down. I'm assuming the Pidgeot comes in, but I do have energy. And it does come in. Fire Punch coming out. Diggersby. Okay. So Diggersby, they're down to, well, not the last Pokemon because Pidgeot's still alive, but generally Diggersby usually doesn't shield unless if it's like a fighter like Pangoro where it could be a close combat or Primeape or something. But they didn't have to shield, which is good. Now I'm actually going to go straight Fire Punch here. They know this is a Fire Punch, right? And the reason I'm doing this is because I just want to get as much damage as possible. Force them, or convince them not to shield so I can chum down. Obviously I got to shield this. I know it's going to be a Fire Punch. And I was going to be able to chum down the Pidgeot. Sorry if like the chewing is coming up loudly on the mic. I hope it's not disturbing a lot of you. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow. Alright, so they farmed up a lot and then bought in Tinkaton. That actually happened a lot as well. there was something in the lead and Tinkerton was in the back. I saw that a lot. I feel like day 1 and 2, I saw Tinkerton in the lead most of the time, but then like I was seeing it in the back yesterday, probably for these fairy types. Play rough. Okay, I feel like I don't know if I feel like I do like Bulldoze more than Heavy Slam, because the thing is, if you have Heavy Slam, yes, it will do well against the fairy types, right? Super effective damage, but I feel like it's not necessary. I actually overfarmed throwing CMP. I thought the CMP was going to be on the Fire Punch, so that's why I overfarmed. So I could have gotten away with throwing the Fire Punch without taking that play rough. So a little bit of a mistake by me, but that's alright. Not a big deal. Alright. So I'm going to shield this. It's going to be a Swift. Now, the thing you got to keep in mind, I do live a Rage Fist, but I don't live a close combat. But I also have a Diggersby alive. I got one Trump through. I'm hoping it's a Rage Fist. I think it is. I think I was counting. And I think I remember it being a Rage Fist. Yeah, I do live that. And maybe they were hoping to karate chop me down, but they were not able to. Good game. Good game. Great lead for me. Great lead for me. And I'll come to Greninja. Whenever you see, I guess Skeledirge or Toxapex in the lead, or I think I saw a Nidoqueen once. I don't think it's in this video. You love seeing that because a lot of times it is like double dark or like really weak to charm. And usually you do well in scenarios like that, obviously, if that's the case. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that Psychic Fangs just to debuff it. Yeah, you can see how tanky Dustbun is, right? And they concede after that. So we see the Guzzler there, yeah. Nothing they can do there. So, good game. I mean, yeah, just nothing they can do, though. I remember this trainer's name, so I remember what goes on here. This is the one where we see the double poison. Or one of the games. So I switch into Toxapex. Obviously, at this point, I don't know it's double poison. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Psychic Fangs. I get another one. Unfortunately, this thing is so tanky, it's just not enough to KO, right? And they know it, so they can just farm me down. So they get off 2 binds, but I'll be able to, like, quick attack down and maybe... You know, the Swampert, I assume, comes in. I'm just hoping it's something we... Again, that's basically what you have to hope for. It is an RPS team. Obviously, there is a lot of luck factors to it. I guess I just did so well with it. Just because of what I saw... what I've been seeing, right? Not a lot of poisons. I haven't been seeing a lot of Toxapex. In this case, we saw one. But out comes the Tentacruel. Yeah, I mean, I can't win the game. But as you can see, the Tentacruel is coming in just to anticipate the... I guess maybe this train has been seeing a lot of Double Fairy. But again, as I've said, I haven't been seeing the Double Fairy. You know, especially the Double Charm, for me personally. But maybe other trainers have different experiences when they're battling. So let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Love the lead. Moltres. Now, I've been in this matchup before, so I know Dustbun can live with Brave Bird. So, I don't have to shield. And I'm not going to shield, because I know if I shield, they just farm me down with Toxapex, not with the shield. Even if I do end up shielding, I still win this, because there's another, like, there's something else this week to charm in the back. I don't remember exactly what it was. But Toxapex, obviously, we're going to be able to get off a Psychic Fangs here, which is fantastic for me. So, we'll debuff them, and then we'll bring in the Diggersby. Before the switch timer comes up. They throw a blind, and then they're actually staying in. I don't know if they're predicting double charm or double fairy. Maybe they are. So double dock. Nothing he could do. Good game to my opponent. Let's move on to the next battle. Things being the Corviknight. Love the lead. We have Fire Punch. So it is super effective. And then the backline gets to avoid it. So that's why you love to see the Corviknight lead, right? Okay, they're going to go ahead and throw... I think it's payback. Yeah, they do throw payback. That's fine. Like, again, even if I lost this matchup, like they shield and I lose it, that's fine because the Corviknight's Knight's out of the way. Unless they have, like, ABA Steel or a poison in the back. I do throw in CMP here. I didn't realize it was going to be CMP. I don't know. Sand Attack is difficult to count. So it's a one-turn fast move. So it's kind of difficult. But that's alright. I get the nice. I thought maybe I would get a couple quick attacks in. Maybe if I didn't tap bubbles. But it doesn't really matter. I'm going to switch out right away. Out comes Primate. Out comes Charger Bug. And at this point I knew I won because I know there's a Primate in the back. So I don't have to worry about shields or anything. Against this Dash Bun. I don't even care if they take out the Dash Bun. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, this thing is low enough, so... And in fact, I actually don't get KO'd from a discharge anyway, so... I'm just gonna let the attack go. Let it go. You know, because again, the Primate, the close combat, even though it's resisted, Shadow Gramble really can't take hits well. So... We want the shields for that anyway. It's not a Shadow Primate, it's a regular Primate. We probably do live a close combat from that range, but it would do a lot anyway. Moving on to the next battle. Diggersby into Whimsicott. Someone who comes into my chats. His name is Colin. Great guy, love the guy. He loves Whimsicott, his favorite Pokemon. But I'm sorry I gotta do this to Whimsicott. Now this is not necessarily great, this is probably like a neutral matchup. We got super effective Fire Punch damage, but they get super effective C-Bomb damage. And I tried to catch, and I do successfully catch the C-Bomb onto the Dash Bun. I want to save the Diggersby just in case there's an answer to Charm in the back. Okay. Not an answer, so that's fine. I'm not going to protect this. Again, the goal is to save the shields for Shadow Gramble. Even though I'll lose the matchup, that's fine. Let this attack go. And I do get the quick attack that I'd love to see it. That's very nice. And Whimsicott comes in. I'm going to go ahead. Remember, we caught the move that out of energy. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Fire Punch, which will KO, and then hope that Charm wins. And at this point, we still have the Diggersby alive, so Charm is going to win. I mean, they're doing a lot as well. But we're going to be able to feint at the same time, but I still have the Diggersby alive, so I win that game. Good game to my opponent. Oh, it was actually Chasing the Daylight? Okay. Good guy, good guy. And, you know, this happened a couple times. You know, I switch into Dash Bun, and they respond with a Primate. I know I'm going to live whatever they throw, so I'm not going to shield. It's going to be Rage Fist. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was an auto response. Maybe they're double weak to Charm and they just auto switched. I don't know. I don't really know what happened there. You know, before when I first started using this team, I was running Body Slam on Dash Bun, but Body Slam's really not that good, and I've never gotten to Play Rough. I tried to before, but I feel like people won't expect Play Rough, so if you're able to get it off, you're able to get it off. But that's fine either way. One Charm is going to feint this, so I was like, as long as I'm not denied, all I have to do is invest one shield, and then we have a healthy Diggersby, full health, and we have Gramble. And it's good Ninja, actually, so yeah, we're going to win this one. Good game to my opponent. Nothing they could do there. But, yeah, use the team at, you know, if you want to. I don't know. I feel like people are trying to counter it, like this team, for example. It's Dugong double, is it double steel? Yeah, Skullmane. I actually saw, like, quite a few Skullmanes, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And Skullmane is used specifically for Pokemon like Dash Bun, of course. So I probably saw, like, 3 Skullmane towards the end of my quote-unquote legend run when I was trying to get there. So they could farm me down, which is exactly what they're doing, which is not great, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I could bring in Diggersby, and I know they're going to be able to get off 2 Brave Birds. Now, I could shield one, but I know they have a Dugong as well. So, like, it's kind of, I'm just hoping Gramble maybe, even against Dugong, Gramble's not necessarily great. Dugong's just so bulky, right? So I can't quick attack him down even after the Brave Birds. I got a Fire Punch, and I'm just hoping on Gramble, but then I realize it's double steel, right? Or is it, No, there's a poison type. So double anti-fairy. Okay. So yeah, I mean, obviously nothing I could do here. I was hoping for even a debuff wouldn't have helped me, right? So yeah, they're gonna be able to just farm me down. All right, good game. Yeah, nothing we can do. I mean, I understand using the anti-fairies. I just like find it interesting just because I haven't battled the double fairies. You know what I'm saying? This is the last battle, and I remember this was actually my last battle too of the night. And yes, this is gonna be like this is gonna be there's gonna be a Corviknight in the back, so double steel fly. So that's actually pretty cool idea. Again, like it's gonna do well against the fairies, but other than that, I don't know. We'll see. But still, I mean, the trainer's a legend, so like it doesn't really matter. I guess that's probably the way they look at it. But yeah, I mean, same situation. They're gonna be able to get off 2 Brave Birds, which I don't love, but it is what it is. Good shield one, but again, I'm just hoping they were like, for example, ABA weak, or maybe there's something that's neutral to charm and I could win because we could farm down the other one. But no, it's Corviknight. You know, the charms are still doing a decent amount of damage. We're not weak to the fast move. I'm hoping I get a crunch debuff and I can farm them down before 3 Iron Heads come out. That's basically what I was hoping for. Even if I do successfully do that, I feel like they get to an attack with the Tauros anyway, so I don't think I can chum them down before they win regardless, but that's what I'm trying for. I do get the debuff, so I am trying for it just to see how things go, but unfortunately they are going to end up making another Iron Head. And yeah, they make one here. But again, like as I said, I think the Tauros would have been able to beat me anyway, even if I farmed them down. Tauros would have gotten to an attack. But yeah, good game. Just trying to counter the charms. I get it. So we end up 2968. I'll see what I want to run for my next push. I don't think I'm going to run this team because I don't want to see those like, you know, anti-charm things, you know, at the end, right? So I get why people are running it though. But either way, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.